Sup, Reitannites, Reitanna Seishin here. Very tired Reitanna Seishin. Oh my god. I wish I could just not be tired anymore. Just a couple little updatey do's. Okay. For one, and most importantly, I am no longer giving out my mailing address, my current mailing address for, fan mail time. I hope everybody who sends me fan mail on a regular basis, watches this. I do not want anybody to send any more fan mail to my current address. And this is because, we are going to be starting, the packing process before we start to move. And the less stuff we have to carry, the less expensive it's going to be to make the move. We're actually gonna end up leaving a lot of our furniture behind, like this shitty computer chair I'm sitting in right now. So, no more mail. Not that I've done, a mail time within almost a year. I recorded one, last December, and I still haven't edited it. And, I'm sure the people who sent me the mail in that video are like, did she open my package? Did she even get my package? Did the post office fuck up? Just like that, because for some reason you sound like that when you're sad. Question mark? So, no more mail for right now. When I move and I'm, and we're all settled down and everything, I will let you know, when you can request from me my new mailing address. So, I know Wolf from Hell, will probably ask for it. I haven't seen her comments lately. Are you still there, Kelsey? And I know Thomas will need it, but he's always in contact with me. And a few other regulars that I can not remember because it's been so long. Second thing. Oh my god, I already forgot. My memory's getting worse by the day. It is ridiculous. Hang on. Oh, Halloween this year. It's like in... 4 days? It's the 27th, so yeah, 4 days. Well, I've got good news and I got bad news. The good news is that I, started editing my narration for, the Final Crusade. To, try and work myself off of my narration hiatus. The idea was to get the narration done and the video done, by Halloween and post it on Halloween because, usually I play a scary game, and I'm not playing Sister Location for the past couple of years. It's all been, Five Nights at Freddy's. But that's not gonna happen because turns out that it's just not going to, realistically, it's not going to be done by Halloween, even if I literally sat here and edited non-stop until Halloween day, and, well, I have to go to the bathroom, sleep, and eat, but yeah, realistically, there's no way I'd be able to do it. I mean, I'm still recording the editing process, so it's like, that's gonna be a long video, but I need to punch everybody in the face who is like, oh, make another one right away, oh my god, and be all like, you want me to make another one right away? Here, look at this, watch this, I want to force you to watch it, tape your eyes open, strap you in a chair, make you face the computer, and you will watch every second of my editing process. Watch it! So, that's not that ain't a happen, and more bad news is, for some reason, I can't broadcast to Twitch! last time I accidentally broadcasted to YouTube, and it was so embarrassing. I was just like, I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna hide in my corner and hope that everybody forgets this mistake. It was so embarrassing. Michael was like, any reason you decided to stream to YouTube this time? I'm like, what? What? Ah! And so I'm trying to, last night I was trying to broadcast to Twitch, and it just kept saying broadcast to Twitch failed, and I'm like, what's going on? And I can't, it's complicated. So my second plan was to, stream me playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4, on Halloween, from the last place that I ended up. I think it was on a night where like everything was crazy and I haven't gotten past it yet and I haven't even touched it. And I keep saying I need to find a night where I can just play nonstop and beat the damn thing. And then I'd edit out all the silences. Well, with streaming, I wouldn't have to do that because the point is to sit there and watch in real time. That's probably most likely not going to happen unless Michael can, what's today? Today is Friday.
Does that mean Halloween is on Monday?
No. All Hallows Eve is Monday. Is All Hallows Eve the night before Halloween, or is that just another name for Halloween? I never got that because of the fact that Christmas is called Christmas Eve, whatever. Like, not Christmas is called Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas. You know what I'm saying! I cannot speak! So, that most likely is not happening, and I really don't want to live stream to YouTube, and the reason is because apparently there's a chat, and apparently last time everybody was like, no, that's me, senpai. That's annoying. But I wasn't even there, and, the people who know me, including Michael, are like, Reitanna's not here, guys. Yeah, she's definitely not here. So, more than likely, no Halloween anything this year. I'm not gonna dress up. Life is so, it's, like, I'm on my medication, so I'm not, depressed in a sense, but in another sense, I am, quote unquote, depressed. It's situational depression. It's like a real, not exactly sadness. It's exhaustion, lack of motivation, feeling just like all of the air has gone above you and you can't breathe, and the air is suddenly heavier than you and is pressing you down and squishing you to the ground. It's, I've been having my nightmares. I had a really bad one last night that Mike woke me up with a kiss, and it scared the shit out of me because it was about Michael, and I looked him in the face, realized that this was real life, and I had to hug him. I'm just so sick of nightmares. I'm sick of everything. I'm sick of fucking everything. Everything sucks, and I know it's because of just the living situation here, everything that's going on in the country, every single piece of bullshit that just bullshits everywhere, every single piece of sheep shit that sheep shits everywhere. I'm just so tired. And it's like, I wish that when I'm off my medication, I can choose whether to be manic or depressed, because then I could choose to be manic and I would get so much shit done, and life would be interesting because I'd be obnoxiously happy all the time. Yeah, it's dangerous, but at least I'd be happy. It's chemical imbalance, so yeah, it's fake happiness, but it would still be happiness, I'd feel the same way as regular happiness would give me, just very extremely high. For those of you who have mania, bipolar disorder 1 or 2, who have, anything that gives you manic episodes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard to explain to people who haven't experienced it. But unfortunately, that defeats the purpose of the chemical imbalances in my brain. So I can't choose, because if I could choose, I wouldn't need to shove a bunch of drugs down my throat. Woo! At least they're working, at least I'm not like, oh, I just want to kill myself. I mean, sometimes I'm like, it would be better to kill yourself than to live in this shit just because it's just so goddamn, I'm so done. And it's like, this is turning into a rant. I need to stop. Stop it. No rant. The next thing. I have to pause to remember the next thing. I've found myself with a little bit of a, again, with the motivation thing, I'm at a motivation block, when it comes to writing, too. So, I was, working on Eye Candy. A new chapter's been posted to my quotive, whatever. I'm gonna call it quotive. Quoteth the Raven. Anyway, I mostly, submit chapters slowly there because I'm actually up to, like, chapter 38 or something, and I don't really remember. I could check, but I'm too lazy. But I upload them slowly, to make sure that I'm significantly far ahead of the chapter that I upload so that I don't catch up and then feel pressured to write it more, quickly. As for Muffins, I was working on the next story. It is a side story. But again, motivation block. So, I don't actually know when that's going to come up. As usual, I don't have a schedule. Stop asking. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's not over. I have this stupid comment sitting in my hidden comments where like, oh, Muffins is actually over. Oh no, please say no. I'm like, I never said that in any of my videos. I never said that in any of my blog posts. Why would you put words into my mouth? That is not a good thing to do. Drum solo! Oh, if I didn't laugh at myself, I'd be dead by now. So, I mean, and the main problem is I have less motivation to do Muffins than I do Eye Candy because I'm still stuck on smut and I haven't had the urge to do anything violent or murderous. And I'm like, well crap! I live for that shit! It's ironic. So, I could try again, but no promises. I know it's been like, for those of you who have seemed to have forgotten that, there are more stories than what I've narrated on my channel. You can go read them on my quotive. And my DA when it comes back up. I'm working on it. Stop asking about it. I'm working on it. I'll give details when the whole thing is done, solved, worked on, whatever. But you can go read the stories that are up, okay? Go read them, just because I haven't done a narration in like a year, maybe a year and a half, it doesn't mean that I don't have stories up, and it doesn't mean that it's over. Okay? Stop making up shit. So, I just, chalk it up to the children, alright? Anybody older than, 12 years old is going to say, Well, actually, I think it probably takes a lot of work to do this kind of thing, and I think, reasonably, she should work at her own pace, because I know she's stressed, and now that I'm in middle school, and I'm, getting into this whole thing, and I'm growing up, and puberty and shit, I know that I'm gonna start having problems too, and I already have, started to have some problems. I'm already stressed, so if I put myself under as much pressure as she was, then I would feel pretty bad if, all these people were all like, where's muffins? Muffins? Oh my god, you're done with muffins! So I'm just gonna let her be and encourage her and support her as much as I can. Yay! I sort of lost it there. That's what you damn kids do to me! It's not funny, but I have to laugh at it to keep myself sane. Was there anything else I had to update? Hang on. Tommy's second tumor is huge, but he is still alive. He's still alive. He's still happy. And he gives kisses and recognizes us and responds to clicks, the...
You doing something?
Yes! He's on my bed right now. Hi, baby! Yeah. So the goddamn fucker is just like, I'm not dying yet, son, and I'm staying here. And goddamn tumor, I just use it as a pillow. Poor boy. It's like, it's not that I want him to die, it's like, I don't want him to die because I'll miss him, but I want him to die so that he dies before the cancer has a chance to put him in pain. Because that's the thing. He's not suffering right now. It's just, in his way. And, he doesn't have use of his legs too much. But he moves really fast. So, buddy, you gotta die, okay? You gotta let go before you start getting in pain. Because all I want for you, alright? All I want for you is to be happy and pain-free. I want you to die in your sleep, painless. You don't even know what happens. I don't want to say goodbye to this rat. I love this rat. I love all my rats. I never want to say goodbye. I know my channel itself, hasn't been very exciting for a really long time. It's been filled with a lot of, the same stuff. Stuff that only a fraction of my viewers really like. My sub count has, slowed down. It hasn't gone down. I just love it when people are like, if you don't post another muffins, I'm gonna unsubscribe. And I'm like, okay. Do it. My sub count has not gone down. It's slowed down. So, I mean, there are still people who appreciate even, my rants, my dream journals, my, Sims stuff. And, I do a lot of the Sims stuff because that's really the only thing that I have motivation for. And it's still hard to find motivation to do the stuff that I really want to do with the Sims. And that's, create more custom content. I have so many ideas and I'm just like, I hate life, so... But, after we move, and I know this for a fact, after we move, and everything, gets put into place, all the pieces fit, schism, and everything gets settled, and life isn't so expensive, you have to take into account that I live in Southern California. I live in the San Diego County. California itself is the most expensive state to live in. Now, I told somebody that once, and they didn't know how to read, and they said, I don't care if you live in a rich state. And I'm like, did I say rich? I'm not rich at all. If I was rich, then life would be fucking easy. No, I live in the most expensive state. Do you know what that means? It means that middle-class people like me cannot make it. because we're middle class. We don't make enough money to live here. So we have to move somewhere where the cost of living is much lower. And even though the cost of living will be lower, but so will wages, but it doesn't matter because it's better to live somewhere that's less expensive to live, you know, than it is somewhere expensive to live, you know, because it doesn't equal out. And California is the worst. It is the worst place to live, especially Southern California. The heat, the people, the laws, how easy it is to blame something on another person. Like, you know, I've talked about, you know, women pulling the rape card when the man didn't even touch her, you know, how easy it is to get away with stuff. The environment, the surroundings, the cities, the population, everything about California sucks. The beaches are hideous beyond, you know, anything. Beaches aren't even fun because there are so many people, so much trash. The water is murky. The sand is, you know, mostly feces probably. It's not fun. And, you know, there are horrible people, horrible things happen, and I know horrible things happen everywhere. I understand that. But it's just like, no, there's too much here. And I've lived in towns where kids have accidentally shot themselves taking pictures with their dad's gun. I've walked past the house where that happened, and still I felt safer there than I feel here. And on top of everything being expensive, you shouldn't have to pay $2 for a... What's the regular ounce size for a regular water bottle? I don't think it's 16. It might be 16 ounces, you know, for a water bottle. You know, it's just, it just sucks here. And it makes me unhappy. And I have been stuck here. I was brought here against my will when I was 10. So I have been stuck here for 16 fucking years. And yeah, there have been good moments. There are things that I am thankful for, you know, meeting Senpai and meeting Michael and, you know, a couple of other meaningful things in my life, like being in choir in high school and, you know, the friendships that I did have until, you know, they fell apart due to them deciding to do drugs, but and then the regular distancing from high school friends. It always happens after graduation, you know, all of that. But overall, it's just, it's awful here. And if any of you plan to move to California for any reason, take it from me, don't do it. You will regret it. I guarantee you, you will regret it. I don't care if you like the sun. I don't care if you like the beach. Move somewhere else near the coast. Don't move to California. But when I move, I know I'm gonna be happier. I miss the times when I would just sit there on the floor all day, painting on my canvases, making things, making jewelry, making doll clothing, making purses, just making all this shit and being creative, making things out of clay, making little statues, selling things on Etsy, just sitting there for hours at a time doing what I love, and I can't anymore. You know, there was a time where I was coming out with a page of Playing with Fire every single day. But, you know, just the unhappiness builds up, and for those of you who do have an unhappy life and actually unhappy life that's not caused by any chemical imbalances. You know, that's just an add-on to my frustration, but my medication is controlling my emotions, so at least there's that. But if you're an adult and you're in the real world and you're middle class or worse, lower class, you understand what real unhappiness is like, and you understand the frustration, the exhaustion, and the fact that you just don't want to do anything you want to do anymore. It sucks. And for those of you who don't understand it, you need to understand it. It's not,
Oh, emo. Oh my god, I'm a little preteen. Oh my god, there are these cliches, and I meant to say clicks. Oh my god, emo. Anybody with a personality is edgy.
stupid kids want to punch you in the face. You know, when a victim of child abuse wants to punch a kid in the face, that says something. It either says I'm becoming like the person who tormented me, or it says that you really need to be taught a lesson, you little punk. So, it's like, when your emotions are stable, and your emotions are still out of control, it's like, the medication doesn't keep you from feeling. Sometimes I wish it did, because I'm just so frustrated. I'm so tired, and I hate it. I hate it. I really do. I never understood as a kid how bad things would be after getting into the real world. I never understood. I wish I did. I was never prepared for this. I was never prepared for this. And the thing is, it's pretty hard to make me cry when I'm on my medication. But life here has been so overwhelming. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And we would have been able, you know, it's at the point where it's not even like, oh, I need money to move. It's the fact that we're stuck here until our lease is up. And I think we have like another 6 months or something until it is. And it's just like, whether we have the money or not, we're getting the fuck out of here, because we both hate it here. A year ago, Michael was afraid of the change, and, you know, he didn't want to talk about it, and, you know, I sat him down and I said, look, this needs to happen. You know it does. Your job is draining you. You don't even have any mental problems, and I am worried for your sanity. You're unhappy. I'm unhappy. We need this change. And, you know, that talk made him sit down and think about it. And then he started to really realize that he doesn't want to be here either, and it would be easier to move. So, you know, it's like, metaphorically, if we have to hitch a ride on a cargo train, we will. But it's the matter of the fact of money isn't even the issue anymore. We're gonna go regardless, and, you know, we'll have to live in an apartment at first, but it would be half the cost of the apartment we are living in now. Half. Another fucking half. This apartment should not cost as much as it does. And for those of you who still don't understand, then just please keep your mouth shut about, you know, coming and trying to attack me about lack of motivation and lack of productivity. Just keep your mouth shut, because you don't fucking understand. And when you do, unless you come from a rich family, or somehow luck comes into your world and you succeed without having to lift a fucking finger, you're gonna have it easy. Because rich people have it easy. Rich people don't get taxed as much as they should. We get taxed like ridiculously more than rich people do, and they should have way higher taxes than we do. They can, you know, get themselves out of jail even though they fucking raped several women. You know, just open your fucking eyes for a moment. You know, just please take the blindfold off. discard it. Throw it in the fire. Look at reality and experience it. And just for fuck's sake, just understand that life is not easy. Life is hard. I am not the only one who is in this situation. There are people in worse situations than me. Think about that. Listen to how stressed I am, and then think about people who have it worse. Way fucking worse. Think about that. Instead of thinking about
Reitanna needs to post more interesting videos for me because I need to be entertained because I don't understand reality.
get your fucking heads out of your fucking asses. Alright? This is why I hate kids. Because they're egotistical, they feel like they're entitled to everything, and they feel like they're always right. And it makes you just want to grab them by the throat, press them against the glass, the window that shows every single thing that's happening out there, and saying, look! Watch it! Look at that! That's what you're going to go into when you grow up. That's the world. So shut your little mouth. This turned into an angry rant, and I'm so sorry. The lack of long-ass rants have made it so that I'm bottling a bunch of shit up, and I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm just... I don't know. I need to go before this, passes a half hour. It already pretty much has. Anyway, that's all I can remember that I needed to update about. If you've listened this far, cool. If you liked anything I had to say, you know what? Like this video for the fact that Tommy's still alive. I don't care if you hated everything else I said. If you listened this far, Tommy's still alive. He's still happy, and he's not suffering. Like the video for that. And if you're, if you like me, I guess, I don't know why you would, subscribe, spread the word of awesome, become a Reitannite, and click the little bell, the notification bell, click it, and I will see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Goodbye.